the 12th of February. And it's cold. Hi everyone. Weird start to the week. So, 12th of February. For those of you who don't know, this was the last time I ever spoke to Natasha, a year ago. We knew she needed emergency surgery. There was a bowel rupture. Scar tissue from a previous op had stretched and caused a rupture. So they took her down for a scan in the afternoon, and I went home. I got a call that evening from Tasha just saying, they're taking me down for an op, tell the kids I love them. And I know she sounded scared, and I brushed it off. Tried to make her feel like it wasn't a problem. And then I just said, you can tell them yourself, we'll come and visit you soon. And I heard rustling and bustling. She said, I've got to go. And I said, I love you. And she hung the phone up. I have no idea if she heard me. I have no idea if she heard me say that I love her for the last time. And I thought I'm going to have a hell of a sleepless night, because the op, according to the doctor, should take 4.5 to 5 hours. They rang me an hour and a half later. And they said, it's good news. Where we made the incision was exactly where the rupture was. So we got it done in record time, and they're just stitching her up now. Cleaning her up and stitching her up. That's all. Everything in the universe was giving her the best chance of recovery. Everything was happening in a way that she had a chance to recover. But her body was just too weak. She was in a coma for 2 weeks, but it started a year ago today, with me wondering if she heard me say I love you. And it's a question I'm going to have for the rest of my life. I had a dream about it last week, that she was still with us before she was ill, and it was the most benign, boring dream I think I've ever had. I think we were just literally sitting on a sofa. And I actually had to, while still asleep, correct myself and say, this isn't real. Because I didn't want to imagine waking up with the pain of it suddenly being that jarring that it was just a dream. I know we're approaching the end now, the end of this year. I still don't know how I feel. And I still don't know what's going to happen in the future. Let's see what happens the rest of this week first. For me, the worst part about all these videos is editing. I mean, I like the editing and making stupid things happen, but it becomes tricky when I have days like today, where there's just blatant, raw emotion. I've had several days like this. You may have seen the videos where I just get sad or depressed. I go on a rant, or in a few videos I've even cried. Facing a camera and talking is fine. It's when you have to sit there afterwards and you have to look through all of that footage that you shot, and you have to decide whether or not you actually want to broadcast it out there to the world. And I know I've chosen to. But to sit and watch what I'm going through from what is effectively a third-person perspective it's unusual, to say the least. But I'm putting it out there anyway, because I think I need to know. I need to remember all of this. And there may be other people who benefit from watching it. Just understand that, yes, I'm a guy, I have feelings, and I need to get them out, because if I don't, I will go insane. And especially on a day like today, it's Valentine's Day. I thought it would be easier than this, I'm going to be honest. I thought I was in a position where I was quite strong and capable, and now I just feel like I've made no progress. We all have those times in our lives where there's someone we wish we could say I love you to. Whether it's just because we haven't told them, or we don't speak to them anymore, or they're gone from our lives. And you just wish you could just say it. We need to do that more. Focus on things that matter. If that's the only thing I take from all this, then I hope I'm a better person because of it. So the kids came home yesterday with stuff from school. Seb's got a new learning plan for next term. Next half of term. They keep they update it with some children constantly to make sure that they are in line with what they actually need to do. And it's things like do more reading at home and finish off my work without prompting, etc., etc. So sign that, take that back to the school. And then you have Clara, who she brought home a Valentine's card for me. And it's adorable. It's really sweet and it's really well thought out. She was so happy to give it to me, and that just makes it really nice. I have come to the conclusion, though, that I will never be celebrating Valentine's Day again. I think going forward, no matter what happens, whether I meet somebody whenever, even if, but I will not celebrate Valentine's Day again. It's completely destroyed for me. Not saying I won't have, the lovey-dovey emotional stuff, but it will just not be on February 14th. Which, in all honesty, I don't think that's a bad thing. Still.
this week's half term. I'll try and stay sane, and I'll see you all next time. Bye for now.